I was invited by Arise Education to talk to you about this book, How Will You Measure Your Life? Now, hear me well. I know at the end of life, you want to look back and be proud that you have lived a life that is worth living. So that takes a lot more than just living. It takes awareness of how you live your life. In the book, the author Clay Christensen, he discussed 3 ideas that I would love to share with you, and I hope at the end of this review, they will alter your life as they had impacted my life for better. He talks about 3 things. Number 1, career. Number 2, relationship. And number 3, mindset shifting. He talks about career. You know, we all go through different things. At the end of the day, we want to find ourselves into the career. Now, the work that we do, it makes us the people whom we are. But then he talks about something he called the E-gene factor. And he said those are the factors that influences us to do the job. That may be the salary, that may be the environment, that may be the privileges that goes with the job. But then we get blinded by those opportunities of E-gene factors, and we lose sight of meaning and purpose and significance in the work that we do. And at the end of our life, we find that we did the work that we didn't appreciate. You get stuck, right? Because what gets you started is not what will get you ended. So at the end of the day, after your career, you look back at your life and see that it is a mess with the money that you're getting, with the environment you're working into, with the insurance. But then the point of life of significance, you have lost it to the E-gene factor. So he argues that if you are getting into the career, you have not only to consider the E-gene factors, but also your motivating factors as a human, yeah? Where you find your purpose, your significance, and your well-being of life, and where you impact people's life for better. And in the second part, he talks about relationship. You know, at the end of life, what is really amazing is we won't remember you by the money you made, or the car you bought, or the house you built. We'll remember you by the family you built, the children that you impacted, and the spouse that you treated better. So relationship, he talks about how we allocate resources to where they don't matter the most. You know, we talk that families matter, but then the way we allocate our resources, they contradict what we say. So he argues the argument that we should also consider relationships and allocate resources. He say time, energy, effort, talents, and money. We have to allocate them accordingly if we want to make them matter. In the third section, he talks about the mindset. You know, this man is really amazing, and the way he talks about ideas, it mesmerizes my mind. He say the issue of Netflix and Blockbuster, and how Netflix overtook Blockbuster when Blockbuster was really blinded about what they're making, and they were short-sighted of where they're going. So in Blockbuster, they were doing DVDs rental. They had stores packed up with so many movies. And when Netflix came, it came with a very smooth approach. They said, regardless of the time, the DVD industry is going to die, yeah? So what we're going to do is we are going to find another unconventional approach, and then we find a way to sell the DVDs and CDs in unconventional way. And when Blockbuster saw what Netflix was doing, they said, this might be something good, but then they said, how can we erase all these stores that we have of the CDs just for the sake of moving into this direction that we are actually looking into? And then what happened after some years, in 2011, Blockbuster went out of business. Netflix is making a lot of billions in years just because they studied the times, they made some shift in the mindset, and they decided to shift their work. Now, I would say the person whom this book is not for. This book is not for you if you have a fixed mindset, because this book is a challenge of the mind. This book is not about people who are stickable with their plans. It is about people who are adjustable. This book is not about people who believe in the certain, rather in people who believe about the uncertain. This book is really about people who believe in the power of unpredictability, not in the good of the predictable. So he argues those 3 ideas, and at the end of the book, he said something. He said, the way you measure your life, you measure it by how you allocate your resources that you have. Now, I'm not going to put where you don't have resources. I'm talking about what you have. Maybe time, maybe energy, maybe effort. My friend, if you look how you allocate resources that are currently available to you, do they prove that what you say really matters, or do they contradict? Now, dudes, You know, it is not the book that you read, it is the book that you use after you read them. So if you want to be that kind person, please pass by at Kimirong at Arise Bookstore. Get yourself a copy of any book, personal development, leadership, business, novels, and see your life being transformed by the book you are reading and using at the same time. See you there. Bye-bye.